Alright, so this is the next part of the section. Right, so welcome to the next part of the mentors course. Now today I just really want to go into the details of how you're going to go about getting your first mentor. By the way, I'm right now here in Tokyo, in Japan, here at a park, Hibiya Park I think. Reminds me about quite like Central Park in New York. But anyways, is this good lighting? Okay, let's see. Okay, this should be right. So anyways, so today's going to be the actual in-depth section of getting your first mentor, the nitty-gritty stuff. So once you've gotten the attitude, the mindset, and the real foundations out of the way, once you have the right foundations, you can start moving on into actually getting your first mentor. Now, if you haven't watched the previous videos about mindset and attitude, I suggest you to stop this video right now and go and watch those videos, watch those lessons, and get those out of the way first. Because I want to repeat this, right? If you don't get the foundations right, this video is just pointless. You'll find your mentor, but then you know, get the foundation right before you watch this video. Okay? Alright, so this video today is going to be about finding your first mentor, and I just want to start with this, okay? When you get your first mentor, you have to remember this one thing. So this video is just going to be about one thing. Give, and then take. Okay? So Gary Vaynerchuk has a famous, he's got a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook or something like that. Jab, 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 Hook. Which is pretty much you give, and then you take. So you give 3 times and then you take. So that's what mentoring is about. That's the whole mentorship process. When you get mentored by someone, right, you're receiving, right? You're taking from them, But you can't expect these great successful people to just immediately start out by giving you. It doesn't work like that, okay? Unless you're very, very lucky, okay? But usually the way it works is you take, you don't take, you give to them, okay? You give to them, you give them value, Either you send them gifts, you give them compliments, or you give them, just give them value. And value is perceived value, right? Perceived value. And anything that they see as value, they will take. So it's all about giving first, okay? It's just like dating. Actually, this whole mentoring thing is just really similar to dating. But I'm not a dating expert. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not an expert in relationships, like romantic relationships, so don't ask me. But it's very similar. Like, you wouldn't ask a girl, or if you're, or a guy, hey, you want to go out on a date? Will you be my girlfriend or boyfriend? The first time you meet. Hey, will you marry me? It doesn't work like that, right? You first ask them out on a date, and then you get to know the person, and then, right? You don't start off going, hey, let's get married. That's the same thing with a mentoring relationship. When you get a mentor, you start slow. You start slowly by giving them value. So this is the whole mindset you need. This is the whole attitude you need by getting a mentor. You give them value. You give. If it's something that you can actually help them with for their business or for their work or whatever, even better. They like that kind of stuff, yeah? But in a lot of situations, and it was the same for me, there was nothing I could supposedly give them in terms of value for, money. Because you can't pay a billionaire, or you can't pay a super rich person. You can to show them, I think I mentioned this before, you can to show them that you're serious, but you can't give them money to, give them money. Or even if they're expert in their real estate, if, for example, they do real estate, you can't teach them anything to do with real estate. You want to learn real estate from them, so you could help them from something else. For a lot of young people, I noticed, and this is something that I'm good with, I help the older people with social media, because it seems to be that the younger people are pretty good with social media. I don't know what that guy was doing. So anyways, so you can help them with that, with pretty much anything that you know. And then just give. That's the whole mindset. You give. You know, hey, can I help you? Even you're like, oh, can I help you carry your bag? Oh, can I bring you a coffee? Oh, what do you want? Giving presents as well. Give. You start giving, okay? You start giving. You won't be able to start taking first. They won't just be like the first time, hey, oh, okay, let's go out. You know, let me spend the whole day with you. It doesn't work like that. No, their time is precious. So you start off by giving them value, okay? If there's something that you can help them with for their business, now again, this is getting very specific, so I can't tell you what their thing is because it's different for everyone. But just think about this, what can you help them with that will give them value? Yeah? It can be anything. And don't tell me that there's nothing that you can give them, because there's always something. Even if you can't teach them something, even if you can't help them in something to do with their business, you can always give them gifts. And this goes back to a previous video that I did, right? You can always give them gifts, or you can give them compliments, or you can just offer your time, okay? So that is a big one. A lot of, like mentors, especially the super successful ones, they have a lot of resources, especially money, but they don't have as much time. And you are the opposite. You have a lot of time, but you don't have money and other resources. So you can offer your time to make their lives easier. They probably already have secretaries or whatever, but you can just offer them your time. Be like, hey, look, I'll be there for free, you know, Monday to Friday, whatever you want, you know, depending on how hungry you are. You know, just offer them, give. That's the whole mindset. Just give. In a way, this is kind of an extension of the mindset videos, but that's the whole thing you need. That's how you need to think. You don't think like, oh, what can I take for my mentor? What can I take? What can I receive? You need to think, how can I give? Yeah, everything, material things, advice, your time. Maybe by introducing someone, that's also giving. If you know someone and you introduce someone to him, you can connect two people. That might be a good relationship for them to, you know, do some business or work or whatever. But whatever, the whole mindset is just giving. Okay, so wrapping up this video, just a quick little video. I just wanted you to do these 3 things. Number 1, okay, what is something that you can give to your mentor that you found, or who you want to be your mentor? What is something that you can offer them? Okay, write it down on the worksheet handout. Write it down, print it out or whatever, save it. Okay, number 1, what is something that you can give? Okay, and number 2, what is something that you think you can give, but you've done before, but it hasn't worked out too well? Does that make sense? Giving, okay, giving. What is something you can give? Okay, actually, okay, so that's pretty much it. So what can you give to your mentor to help them? Answer that below, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.